Good tidings, villagers. This is your captain, Wilhelmina Frost of the Stellian Royal Guard, legendary knight of phaseconnect, new generation phase, Saga. There you go, YouTube chat. Don't know why you break every single time without fail, but maybe if I update yes, that will stop. Anyway, welcome. Thank you so much for turning up today for Suzerain Sunday. I will actually, you just reminded me, I've got to put the going live notification on. I forgot. Actually, no, I had it half set up, then I went to make myself a cup of tea and feed the miniature giant spaceline. But, of course. Suzerain. Oh, it says Skyrim. Oh, my bad. Sorry. That was the thing I was going to change. That was the thing I was going to change as well. Alright, hold on. We should be in just chatting. Yeah, oh, look, I should a smart me would just do more Skyrim, but a less smart me does Suzerain because for whatever reason. Yeah, sorry, I did forget to change it. It's because this is early for me. I've got a lot going through my mind because I'm thinking like, okay, I've got to start exactly on time, and then I've got to make the yap as short as possible because I need to fit as much Suzerain in because I've got Mother's Day plans. I have Mother's Day plans, not well for my mother. So I hope you do as well. This is actually my time. Some of you still have a day. Some of you still have a day to organize things, all right? So make sure that you do something for your mother. So this is actually it's very early on. I was fearful you were losing your top position as Suzerain streamer. Yes, I know. I need to stay on top of the Suzerain category. I hope you're all mothers. No, yeah, I hope you're doing something for your mothers tomorrow, okay? All right. So you want to know what my plans are? If you want to steal it, you can do this. You can steal mine if you want to. I am taking my mother on a little mother-daughter date. All expenses paid mother-daughter date. I'm taking her out to, and I booked as well, so make sure you book because you might find it hard to on the day to find a place to go. So I booked us into an Italian restaurant to go have a lovely lunch together. So we're going to have lunch at an Italian restaurant, and then we're going to go see the Michael movie because she likes Michael Jackson. And I was like, that's such a mum movie. Like, it feels like such a movie that you watch with your mum, so. That's what we're gonna do. Lovely. Does she like Italian food especially? Well, I've been to this restaurant with her before when we've had little dates before, and she really enjoys it. So, like, I don't know what food she enjoys most in particular. But she does like Italian. Yes, Mama Frost. I'm taking Mama Frost out for our little mother-daughter date, and I'm picking her up too. So I've got like, I need to, and I said like I pick her up in less than 3 hours. So I've got to, if I want to get myself ready as well as do a reasonable, so this will probably be about like a 2-hour-ish stream because I've then got to get myself ready and then got to pick her up, and then we've got to go to yeah, let's go gameware. I know, but we could have a little yap. I'm on a time crunch. Mother's Day in the UK is in March, and USA it's in May. I see. Wait, so everyone who's from the UK, you've already celebrated, right? You were nice to your mother. Now I've got a little yap. It's only 1 hour. Then we have an hour of Suzerain faffing around. Yeah. Look, Mother's Day only comes around once a year, so. And I did have to kind of make it to like her specifications. Like she was like, "Oh, I'm not free until after this time, but let's not make it too late." So like, okay. But I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I'm looking forward to doing it. Religiousness, Mama Frost, a wonderful Mother's Day, and thank her for giving us our wonderful Mina. Don't worry, she's well aware. The thing I'm dreading is how much I want to talk about VTubers, and I'm just like, what about my good work as a Knight of the Royal Guard? Don't you want to talk about the Kingdom of Estelia? Why do you want to talk about VTubers? I don't even know who you're talking about. No, frankly, I don't care. I still do night work. Of course I do. I have to, you know, uphold the kingdom somehow. It's a very important position I'm part of. If all I did was VTube, though, I think I'd be VTubing far more often than I do. That said, I still try to VTube 4 to 5 times a week, so... Yeah, who'd want to talk about VTubers? Some of you like, what do you mean, Wilhelmina? That sounds like a dream. That sounds like a dream, being able to talk to your parents about VTubing. Alright, let me catch up on some of the C-chats that you've all sent. So 6 months of Frost Guardianship, well done. Thank you, Toast Enthusiast. Thanks for making it such a silly and, well, 6 months of membership. Thanks for making such a wonderful and silly time. There's nobody quite like our captain. Oh, that's good. If you had like a dime a dozen captains. Oh, hi, I'm new here. What's happening today? I'm going to play Suzerain in like 20 minutes. But I'm currently just sitting and yapping, so if you like watching people sit and yap about random topics. How much does your mum know about the whole VTuber thing? Too much. Way too much. More than me, possibly. I don't know. She's obsessed. And she like... It's not just VTubers. She watches random VTubers that just pop up on her feed. She doesn't watch... You know what she doesn't watch, though? Mama Frost exclusively watches... Like, well, phaseconnect obviously now, but she actually does not actively watch VTubers from like HoloLive or Niji Sanji. She doesn't actually care for big VTubers. like she knows next to nothing about HoloLive. But ask her about some random indie. And she'll list off everything. And she's always caught up on, like, dare I say it? She's always caught up on VTuber drama. Like, if there's VTuber drama, she'll ask me about it, and I'm like, I didn't even know that was happening. I knew nothing. It's like she basically watches it like as if you know, it's like e-celebrity news and expects me to know. Yeah, she knows about all the scandals. It's her Love Island, exactly. So she doesn't know about just, you know. Oh, yeah, she reads every single Google talkie. This VTuber, yeah. If there was a video titled "This VTuber situation is crazy," she'd absolutely click it. This is my third Mother's Day gift to Mama Frost, because she would absolutely she loves that I think she loved the cameo appearance in my stream of me talking about her and her obsession with VTubers. Yeah, she knows everything and I know nothing. Like I just don't have time to be looking into every piece of online internet drama or every scandal. Who's her Kamiyoshi? Well, she has actually quite a few VTubers that she enjoys. I don't think she has a Kamiyoshi, but and there's VTubers not in phase that she also that she'd also put at Oshi status as well. But I don't know if I'm at liberty to divulge. Not talking about competitors. Trying to phrase this non-offensively. Is your mum retired? She's actually not. That's the worst thing. She works 5 days a week. She probably will retire soon, though. She's probably going to retire in the next few years because she's at the age where she could if she wished. Well, like, she's probably at the age and stage in her life. Like, my family is like, they don't need to work if they wish to. At least at this point in their lives. Because my Frost Papa is retired. Yes. He retired a few years back. And they're the same age. Mama Frost and Papa Frost. So she just wanted to keep working though, so she has like extra spending money. Who's a favorite in your generation? Mina, of course. That's not guaranteed. I need to ask her. I don't know. I don't know if she has a favorite in my generation. I'll have to ask, but... Yeah, so... does she watch me live when she can? Not like always, but I think if I was live, she'd watch it. But I sometimes I'll go and I'll visit. I'll visit their you know, I'll visit their castle, and I'll see myself on the magic mirror, and I'll be like, can we turn that off? I'm like, oh god, can we not? Cringing at myself. And like, I actively don't want her to watch me. Like, if we have like, if it's a big family gathering and we're gonna have my, I die at the thought of, like, it's fine if my mother and my father watch me. That's okay. Like, they understand. And my brother, however, he only has kind of like a, he knows I do it, but like, he only has kind of like a vague idea of what that means. And so if it's my brother and my sister-in-law and his kids, especially his kids, I don't want them watching me. One, because I don't, again, from a few streams back, I don't think people under the age of 18 should be watching VTubers. Just saying. Not because it's like inherently like evil or bad, but because it's just not the right space for them. I just don't think that they're actually they're not sufficiently sophisticated enough to understand the high IQ commentary required to enjoy a Wilhelmina Frost stream. Haha, Willy joke. And also it's very hazukashi. It is hazukashi. It is. Auntie Mina, where's your Winter's Edge? I don't know why I gave them like villager voice. Yeah, you need a lot of maturity to understand Mina Q. It's really highbrow stuff here. Yeah, how can can they focus on VTubers when they're in the mines? Exactly. What if when your mother retires, a new phase generation debuts with a 2 hag? God, don't tempt her. All right. Let me have a look and see what I need to catch up on. All right. God, did I literally only get through the first one? I'm pretty sure I did. Sally Dell, thank you for 6 months of Frost Guardianship. I do appreciate it. Thank you for the Mina love. Saphis, thank you so much for 6 months of Frost Guardianship. Thank you for the cheer. Toast Enthusiast, thank you for conscripting 10 unwilling villagers over on YouTube. They're being taken to the barracks right now and told to say something nice to their mothers. Mr. Sandman, thank you for 6 months of Frost Guardianship. Willie, the kingdom of Estelia in Minecraft is in danger. Beware the purple smoke and say so siren. Also yay for 6 months. What are they? Are they desecrating my sacred lands? Mina, do I have plans for Mother's Day? Yes, I was talking about it earlier. Which is why this is probably going to be a shorter stream, because I need to go pick up my mum. I need to pick up Mama Frost and take her out on a little mother-daughter date. Yeah, at the age of 18, you suddenly get the ability to understand parasocial online celebrity and the hyperreality of persona-based entertainment. Yeah, it unlocks in your brain. It's like, whoop. It beams straight into your cranium. And suddenly you're able to understand. And then you won't feel parasocial. Or you will, but you'll understand it. And then you just like get VTubing, you just understand it. Alright. Gerthan, thank you so much for the tip over on Stream Elements. I made it to 100 Steam streak. I made it to 100 stream streak, despite the fear of it failing multiple times. I'm free! I just imagine you like the breaking the chains image. Chains being broken above your head. I hope you have fun with your mother. Thank you so much, Gerthan. I do appreciate it. Now you can rest during the nights and not feel beholden to coming to the stream streak. Good job. Mr. Sandman, thank you so much for the super chat. It's okay, Willie. You'll always be our favourite VTuber. Have some headpats and uffies. Yippee! Wahoo way! John Grammatas, thank you for 6 months of Frost Guardianship. Love Island of VTubers would be insane. I'd watch it. Look, maybe. I mean, people do love reality TV, and oh my gosh, like my parents actually, so they're horrible. Like, they're so bad for it. Like, look, my mother I can understand. She loves trashy reality TV, and she always has. And like, look, I can understand because it's something historically she's always liked. The thing I can't understand is that my father has now gotten into it too. And it's not just like I'm not talking about just, you know, regular. I'm not talking about regular VTuber drama. No, I'm talking about Married at First Sight. Both of them, and like they'll watch things like yeah, like Married at First Sight, or yeah, or like maybe Love Island, 90 Day Fiance, that sort of stuff. Like They like, this is only like I think my previous, actually no, I actually should not be surprised, because that's like, previously my father would not touch it with a 10-foot pole. No, because he actually does secretly love a little bit of reality TV, because when I was younger, I have distinct memories. Maybe he watched it just to bond with me, though. Now I'm thinking about it. Like, we would together of an evening, we would watch Estelia's Next Top Model. Next Top Model night. But maybe he was doing it to bond with me. Now I think about it, when I was a teen. Do you think that everyone had that reality show phase? That was kind of all that was on. I know it, but I feel like the there's been just waves upon. I guess reality TV comes in waves. I think it probably had its golden era, yeah, maybe a good decade or two ago, but I still think that reality TV pops on strong even now. Every episode ends with a duel to the death. Yeah, Next Top Model night. Sorry, I misspoke. It's about trying to find who's going to become the next best knight of the kingdom. But it was all it's the people that win it actually don't go on to they never go on to actually become top knights. Like, it's just a show. The best top knights are made outside of reality TV, myself included. My reality show phase was Terrace House and Catfish, the TV show. Terrace House is actually, I really like Terrace House, but maybe that's because I'm a weeb. Actually, my favorite of the Japanese reality shows, like love reality shows. What was it called? It's like Dark Secret or something. Hold on, give me a second. Dark Secret. Japanese dating show. Real Love. There we go. It's because I have Dark Secrets, so it's Real Love. Real Love, and there's like the L is in brackets, and I love it because it's actually it's so bad. Like everyone. Okay, so it's basically like this. It's on Netflix, I'm pretty sure, so you can watch it if you wanted. Good time of day to you. Thank you, it's morning. Hope you had a good day so far. Wish you a nice stream and day and luck and celebration. Thank you so much. So Real Love, it was like, okay, reality, I'm just reading the AI overview because I feel like I'm gonna use the tools I have in front of me. Reality dating show where 18 participants, men and women aged 21 to 40, try to find love while hiding shameful or scandalous dark secrets, such as debt, criminal records, or extreme past behavior. Hosted by Atsushi Tamura, secrets are dramatically revealed to sabotage or test their potential matches. And it's like, it's and like the dark secrets. Some of the dark secrets, I'm like, really? That's a dark secret? Like, you kidding me? But like, some of them are, being horribly in debt. Some of them are, like, oh, she's a single mum. And there were some that were like, oh god, that they were a porn star in the past or something. Yeah, my dark secret, I'm actually a VTuber. Dark secret had a vomit drawer. Dark secret had a poop knife. Yeah. Yeah, so that was that, but that's one of my favorites because it's just so, it's so trashy. It's just horribly trashy, but it's so watchable. It's just incredibly trashy. Yeah, I was once a legendary knight in 2D, but then I took an arrow to the knee. That's my dark secret. All right. Oh, that I need to go back. Okay, this is my last sprint of reading the super chats before I start. And no more tangents. I'm not allowed any more tangents. Okay. Mal, thank you for the bits. Captain, a siren squatted on your land of Estelia in Minecraft. Am I gonna go and find that like Sinon's been living in my house, sniffing my sheets, touching my painting, opening my back door? Oh! One verse the world. Thank you for so much for 4 months of Frost Guardianship. Mina and Mama Frost collab when? Don't tempt her, really don't. What would I do if a potential partner in the future would say to you on a 5th date that he used to watch your streams? I just get this look like... Why? I would actually, if someone in the future revealed that they were actually like, if they didn't know, I don't know, if they only realized later on, that if they, you know, maybe I didn't have my hairpin on that day and they didn't realize it was me. Because like, why would they reveal on the 5th? Wouldn't they be able to recognize me from the 1st? Oh, they're like, oh, sorry, I didn't recognize you about your bear hoodie. Like, why would it take them up to the 5th to say it? What would they not have realized? Oh, sorry, this sounds like a tangent. Sorry. What if I covered the hairpin with a second hairpin? Do you like that I now have 2 hairpins? Like, isn't that just so whimsical and charming? Like, look at this. 2 hairpins. Oh my gosh, who let her have 2 hairpins on her head? The second mini sword hairpin is now part of it. Yeah, keep adding more until I'm just covered in clips. Covered in little hairpins. No, oh, I need like a little snowflake or something somewhere. Summer Wide Clips, thank you so much for 6 months of Frost Guardianship. Hi, Mama Frost, you have a good kid. She's a little goober sometimes. Hey! I'm, perfectly well-adjusted member of society, thank you. Mr. Sandman, thank you so much for the super chat. My dark secrets that time. Wait, that's not really a dark secret. Yeah, you had to. No, that would be your dark secret. If this was like the villager version of real love, they would be like, and this villager, it's time to reveal your dark secret, because it would be like, you know, they're out on it, what they'd have is they'd have all the people out there like on a little date or something. Like they'd be doing, you know, the usual sort of Bachelor-esque type of group dates and things. They're out at a water park or something like that, and then they just gather them all together and, I don't know, ring a bell or something. It's like, it's time for your dark secret to be revealed, and then they have to like reveal their dark secret in front of everyone. and then like people do literally like turn away from, they're like, oh no. And it's like, even though they all know that they have their own dark secrets, some of them are like, Yeah, so yours would be like, I am a wizard. Yeah, people, the villagers watching the tavern, dropping their beer steins and mugs, they're like, oh, gasp. Yeah. Okay, Sukidon, thank you so much for the super chat. Happy Mother's Day, Mama Frost. Hope you have a lovely day with your daughter. May I have a hand in marriage afterwards? Hey! I'm going to. I would appreciate that I have my day with my mother uninterrupted by marriage proposals for once. right, Johnny Aritas, thank you for the super chat. Perfect one to end on. Time to make the old guard feel the Anton pain. This is Anton Rain about to bring the Anton pain. I'm going to get into my Anton Rain corner. This is the corner where I become Anton Rain. He puts the rain in Suzerain. You know how it is. All right, let's do it. It's time. Oh, I need to refresh. There we go. YouTube. What are you doing being dead? How dare you? We got work to be done. We got things to do. We've got Suzers to rain. She's already subtext. She's already married to the village, Mr. Sandman. I'm married to Estelia and to its prosperous. Oh God, I'm big. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! All you can see is my little hairpins. Oh no! Oh, it always does this. Hold on. When it loads in, I should be able to. All right, let me just fix this. Hold on. There we go. Little again. And then Suzerain. Here we go. Music's not too loud. Everything's fine. Oh, and I need to change the category on Twitch to the incredibly popular Suzerain category. Lest people come to just chatting going, where chat? Although this is a mature rated game that may not be suitable for some viewers. Is what it says, so. Alright. Oh, let's read the news. It's the morning, let's read the news. Okay. Let's read the titles. Red Youth Rises, warning bells for Swordland. That's in the Whole Sword Post. So it looks like the Red Youth, which is the child communists, seen rallying in Narbel. Oh, everything always goes on in Narbel. Have said alarm bells ringing. This sudden visibility of a group known for its radical political ideology raises concerns about potential threats to Swordland's national stability. My stability! Their resurgence warrants vigilance and a closer examination of their intentions and potential influence on our nation's political landscape. Alright. Swordland today, school poisoning in Narbel. What? Police have arrested the principal of a high school in Narbel in southern Bergia, where 12 students died after eating a free meal laced with pesticide. You know what they say, there's no such thing as a free meal. It's a free meal laced with pesticide. The students aged between 15 and 17, all Red Youth members, or young swords, died after eating a lunch of local dish of zabla. Oh no, not zabla! Cooked at the school in poverty-stricken city. Police have started the investigation to solve the mystery of how the pesticide ended up in the food. The economists say, as the top economy experts in the country, have been watching the upcoming changes to the government budget very closely. President Anton Rain's first internal economical challenge lies ahead, and we will see if he can prove his capabilities as a leader who can think ahead. The potential ramifications of diverting the funding to certain governmental branches has always been a point of contention for any leader, and it's no different to this case. We will see if President Rain can hold on to the promises he's given during the election campaign. The Lackhaven Times writes, worker unions put pressure for promised benefits. In a tactical move to accelerate the implementation of the promised benefits, the Communist Party of Swordland and the Labour Union of Swordland have declared a labour strike at Gassom. The actions seem to serve a dual purpose, exerting pressure on Gassom's management to uphold its commitments, and indirectly reminding President Anton Rain of the expectations ahead of his meeting with Gassom chairman Ewald Alfonso. Oh, Alfonso was the old president that I ousted. Gonna be a little Orkies, don't worry. The Radical. So, united in protest, Liz and CPS gather in Narbel. An impressive display of solidarity saw members of the Labour Union of Swordland and the Communist Party of Swordland gathering in Narbel. This mass protest not only marks a new phase in the fight for workers' rights, but also sends a powerful message to President Anton Rain. The workers of Swordland will not be silenced or sidelined. Why does everyone hate life? Time for women to stand up. The women in Swordland have always been under pressure by the unequal society and the system of discrimination that was built by old men who only knew about war, said Katarina Horton in a women's rally that was held in Wholesword yesterday. The Swordish League of Women is organising a number of rallies across Swordland to bring the change Swordland desperately needs. It's time for Swordland to realise that we have to respect every individual, regardless of their sex, and strive to become an advanced civilization, and have long been pushed to the corners of the social and political life. To address this change, a new campaign was started all over Swordland to establish a framework for women's rights. Swordish League of Women is organising rallies with the support from Minister of Education, Ciara or Kira Walder, and member of the Assembly, Katarina Horton. Everybody is equal according to the Swordish Constitution, but there are no protections against the discrimination which only reinforces the inequality in practice, said Walder in the press conference. The movement must be supported by all Swordish women as well as men. We need to bring change now. We can do it. Questioning Swordish education. The newly unveiled SIPA Education Performance Report unveiled a sad reality about Swordland's abysmal status in comparison to many countries. Swordland was rated 39th out of the 68 nations that were assessed by the OMEC organisation. Look, that's actually not that bad. We couldn't, when at least we're not 68 or 67. The primary gauge of the quality of education is made from a sample of 16-year-olds from each nation and their capacities in fields like mathematics, history, chemistry, and many others. One of the key issues was seen as a strong focus on history and citizenship classes, leaving little time for scientific fields. Feminism, no good will come of this. Sounds like a bad idea. Look, if we didn't at least have first and second wave feminism, I don't think we'd be allowed to be VTubers. You wouldn't even have women entertaining you as VTubers. And then we'd be better for it. Damn you VTuber women. No, I probably would have already had like 5 kids by now. I think the second wave was the 70s kind, right? First was the suffragettes, and I don't know too much about it, but I'm pretty sure first and first wave is suffragettes and like voting rights and owning property. And second was kind of just trying to 70s, 80s type. No, you wouldn't have mum VTubers, like, because if we look, for anyone who it's totally fine and reasonable, I think, to still want, if any of you here are like, you know, traditional values supporters, that's totally fine, because it's like, I think different, you know, everyone should be able to choose the way they want to live, and if it is like, I guess that's my understanding, is that everyone should be able to choose what life it is for them, and if it's traditional, that's fine. But if it's traditional, then I don't think of like, I think then the man's place would be to provide, and then the woman's place would be to make the home, right? So making a home does not involve VTubing. Hey, I don't listen to Willy. But that's why it's like, I think that VTubing would be actually directly, like, would seen as be contrary to it. Yeah, that's exactly it. Some women choose it and some people don't. That's like actually, and that's totally okay. Like I think any sort of like perceived like one side against the other, I don't think they should be fighting each other, because they both want different things and they should be just allowed to choose the different thing that they want. I'm making a home for you. I'm making the village a home. What is VTubing? Oh, no idea. I've got no clue. But fighting's fun. That's like, I literally think of it like the, you know, when Kang and Kodos are trying to like get the vote in the Treehouse of Horror episode. It's like that's my view. It's like, oh. What was their platform? Was it like abortions for some, miniature American flags for others? And it's like, there you go. Yeah, miniature swords for others. That's exactly it. Yeah, don't blame me. I voted for Kodos. The ads on Rainway. Oh. His 3% tax refund does not go far enough. Exactly. Yeah, we simply, why are you holding hands with your opponent? We're simply exchanging long protein strings. If you can think of a better way, I'd like to hear it. And always twirling, twirling, twirling towards freedom. That's actually the type of that's the type of leader I want to be. I want to be a Kang or Kodosian type of leader. Now I've got to exchange long protein strings with Peter, so anyway, education system bad. At the moment we need to improve. Alright, geopolitico. Grace nations unite to counter ideological influences, forge parallel financial order. In a historic move, the member states of the Guild of Royal Allies for Commercial Exchange, the Grace, have unveiled a series of joint initiatives to counter the rising influence of millennialist and Caucasian capitalist ideologies. Is it like, oh god, why can't I feel like, is there a way in life to not be like just like, why does it have to be one or the other? You're either millennialist or you're Arcasian. Like, is there not a way to take the best bits out of both of them and put them together and then make a nation that actually feels balanced? Like, it's like trying to patch a video game. Am I fighting a dying cause, just trying to patch together a nation that feels like it feels balanced and makes sense? Cowardly centrist. I'm afraid I am. I'm horrible. God, I wish I had a stronger opinion one way or another, but I'm the perfect swing voter. Is there not a way we can all eat strawberry ice cream? Like, come on. No hybrids allowed. I can try to Yugoslavia. That's my... I always want to try and, I don't know. You can't please everyone. I guess. Like, I guess the easiest way to like, grasp power is just to figure out what you have more of in your land and then pander to them. But, like, that's not... I'm sorry, Swordland. I want a Swordland that actually, I don't know, that makes sense and that people enjoy being a part of, and it provides opportunities, and it has a good... It doesn't have to be the best economy in the world, but just a stable one. And I want to not have Rumberg breathing down my neck. Like, if I want strawberry, it means I hate chocolate. And what are the vanilla? Can't we just have Neapolitan? All right. Oh, Grey Summit, Catholic in the Rumbo, convene to discuss strategies for preserving their heritage. So wait. So like, okay, so the monarchies are like, oh, we need to fight against millennialism and Arcadian capitalist ideologies. Yet there they are promoting like there should only be one family in power and what they say goes. Yippee. That's their alternative. That's their alternative. Van Horten blames Valgland for the missing fishing vessel. So on Tuesday morning, acknowledged Prime Minister Van Horten made a statement denouncing Valgland for the missing vessel. Our dutiful Coast Guards have rescued a crew member of the missing vessel. Through his statement, we had learned the ship's unfortunate end was none other than the Valglandian Navy. Okay. But they refused to disclose who it was. So they could have just made it up. Anyone getting that vibe? Like that Van Horten's trying to make like a Valglandian scapegoat? Yeah, just trust me, bro. Like, surviving crew member, they totally exist. But, he could be assassinated at any moment, even though he's back on Agnolian turf. Yet may we see the survivors? No. Unraka emerges as a buffer zone and global trade partner. A collection of strategically located islands, the Anrakan Isles, between the continents of Mokopa and Kontana, positioning itself as a significant buffer zone and global trade power, escalating tensions between United Kontana and Arcasia. Anraka's naval strength has been a key factor in maintaining its influence in the region. Okay, powerful fleet protecting its maritime borders. The Federation has managed to establish and maintain open trade routes. Alright. Oh, what am I going to do? Whole sword. So, oh, barbecue with Frank. Like a barbecue with my son, is that right? Alright, well, let's have my son barbecue and then we'll... Oh, should I read the report? I'll read the reports first and then I'll do the barbecue. Okay, so legislative debate on the repeal of the EPA. The Grand National Assembly was the stage of contentious debate today over the proposed repeal of the Energy Protection Act. Arguments both for and against the repeal were put forth, with Friends Richter and USP reformist wing leader Albin Clavin leading the faction advocating for the repeal. They argue that such a move would foster economic growth and increase foreign investment. However, the United Swordland Party and National Front Party, under the leadership of Gloria Tori and Casaro Kibiner, respectively, defended the act vehemently, citing the need for Swordland to protect its strategic industries from foreign control. I actually, the final decision now hinges on the vote, which will be held in the following month. Like, I am siding with the USP and National Front Party because I don't think the path to strengthening your nation is to sell off your assets to foreign powers to just increase their influence over your country. Like, come on. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just me. But I'm just like thinking that, like, even though it would be a boost to our coffers, but I just don't think that not having if it ends up that we lose control of our strategic industries, then what do we have? What do we even have? Like, it devalues us. You gotta do it smart like Norway. What was Norway doing? Yeah, a load of these idiots. I don't know, maybe there's a way to do it smartly, but... Reading reports would only take me 15 minutes. Oh, I get on tangents, though. Recession hits farmers again. So as per the latest news from Lackhaven, the farming industry has taken another hit as a result of the recession. There are reports that 16% of all wheat in Lackhaven is rotting in barns due to a lack of buyers. Oh, God. Farmers are requesting additional funds to the government to survive the year. Buy the wheat. We have to sell. Maybe can we sell the wheat? Everyone did get stimulus. Buy the wheat. Shouldn't they be buying more bread with it? Come on. The mayor of Narbel has reported that their hospitals are overburdened and they're unable to respond to the needs of the citizens. He complained about months-long waiting lists for terminally ill patients. On top of the capacity issues, it was also noted that the facilities are largely using outdated technology. They're actually just they're still using leeches. Last I heard. They're bloodletting still in Narbel. Bloodish resistance in sanctuaries. Don't buy the wheat. The good farmers will survive, the bad ones won't. Obviously, the rotting wheat was from low-quality farmers with bad marketing. Yeah, turn the grain into liquor, problem solved. Exactly! Why aren't we making more, like, indefinite... Then that way it would, last indefinitely, right? If we made wheat alcohols, if we just made... Should have tried harder. Exactly. Bergian, bloodish resistance in sanctuaries. Bergian security forces have arrested 3 priests at 2 different nurity. Is that like the... Oh, that's the, Is this the one? Is this the cult? Or is this another cult? Monotheistic, divine... Oh, I think this is just Christianity, isn't it? Is it? Monotheistic religion, divine god, a sole creator, Saint Dast is a divine messenger, so like God Jesus. Predominantly practicing Makopa, largest religions, ethical living. Oh, I don't know about this, like, main religion of Makopa. Is a legit religion? Is it actually real, Nurity? Yeah, so this is not the cult, this isn't the cult, this is a real one. Okay. Yeah, it's a combination of Christianity and Islam. Yeah, because I was like, oh, I don't know about the humanity's ultimate goal of constructing Golconda. Oh, they got 2 branches, Dast Nurity and Ruricism. Oh, okay, so yeah, like Dast Nurists follow the literal teachings of Saint Dast, while Wurisists embrace immortal opposed to doctrine, recognizing Saint Wuruk as the divinely appointed successor. So that's kind of, I guess, like the... Chrislam? Yeah, Chrislam. I can't believe I got Chrislam going on. What's the one that's the cult though? There's another one that's a cult, isn't there? I read fast. I do read fast. I'm sorry. Is that bad? No, it's probably good. I guess as a streamer. Communist books burned in Borin. Oh wait, actually I need to finish reading about this. So the report came from an elderly man who wanted to pray in peace, but he found himself invited to join the Bloodish Freedom Front. I see. So they're doing a recruitment drive. Local residents gathered thousands of books that they claim to be spreading communist and millennialist propaganda at the Century Park in Borin and set the books on fire. Do we really need to do book burning, guys? Aggressive slogans targeting the Red Youth, the Workers' Party of Bloodia, and the Communist Party of Swordland were shouted. Youth groups from the local party offices of the USB and NFP also joined in with the burning. The fire department was dispatched and the protesters dispersed on their own. Young swords and NFP flags burned. Oh my god, there's burning all around the country. Massive counter-protest against the Young Swords led by a local politician, known to be aligned to the Red Youth, resulted in many injuries and property damage. Subsequently, Young Swords and National Front Party flags were burnt, which caused tensions to escalate. Local police dispersed the protesters by sundown. Alright, that's our news. That's the reports. Economic stability is like, woo! I know, is that us? Is that us or is that us? Weehoo! Alright, whole sword. Let's have our barbecue with Frank. Alright, oh, finally! Having a break on a Saturday afternoon. Oh, I'm top, so I'm like, I'm going up and down. It was a Saturday afternoon, my first break from work in what felt like years, and the weather couldn't have been more perfect. Trying to keep my mind off the upheaval sparked by the circus assassination, I lit the backyard grill. Monica and Diana were out shopping for craft supplies, and I'd given the staff the day off. It was just myself and Frank at home. I wasn't sure how he felt about me at the moment, but I did know how he felt about barbecued ribs. How Cook had left some marinating in the refrigerator. Sure enough, as soon as Frank glimpsed the grill and the meat, he stepped outside to join me. Like, okay, never. I don't think you should ever say this to like a rebellious teen. Like, well, look who's finally out of his room. Look who came out of the cave. Like, you never can say that, right? Because it just automatically just shames them. I think this one's at least a little bit more like a little softer. Yeah, do not say one. Look who finally came out. Decided to join the world of the living, have you? Come to spend some quality time with your old man, have you? Sure, if you can spare a few minutes out of your busy schedule. Children who talk back to their fathers don't get dinner. Fan these flames, will you? No, that's still a bit too, like, I want him to know that I actually care about him as a person. Like, he's actually growing up, and I do care about him as a person. Like, that I would say that to Diana, because she's young, and she would be like, ah ha ha ha, okay, I still believe that you is an ultimate authority, father, but, like that, he knows. Number 2 is kind of like a, look, he knows. I think, 3, I have to start treating him like a person, otherwise he's going to be like, screw you, dad. I'm sorry, I know I haven't been around very often lately. I'm happy to see you now. It's okay, I know you've got the most stressful job in the country. And you've got your family to feed on top of it all. We both chuckled. I turned to tend the fire. Here, let me try. He grabbed the fan and started quickly waving it at the coals. The fire roared to life. He turned to look at me with a grin on his face as if he was expecting praise. Don't act like you've done something special, Frank. I think the not bad son, not bad. Like, okay, this is... My father would say 3. Like, if this was me, my dad would be saying 3. You gotta keep him humble. This is the mind games. Just say nothing. I'll be like, not bad, son. Not bad. Thank you, sir. It's our utmost interest to fulfill our duties of precision. The grilling shall commence in exactly 1 minute and 32 seconds. That was a spot-on impersonation of Lucian. We looked at each other for a second, then burst out laughing. I realised my throat was parched. There was a 6-pack of beer in the kitchen. Is this time? Is it time? Because he's like, what, 16 or something, right? Like, this is Europe as well. Or like a quasi-Europe. You definitely, this is time. You have a beer with your son. This is like quasi-Europe. Of course, like, the kids having beers at 12. Wait. Europeans in the chat, when did you have your first beer? I need you to prove something to me. I started drinking at 13, quit by 25. I had wine at 12. Yeah, he's old enough to share a beer with his dad. 6 or so bad. 14, 15, 14. And then you get legally careful as young as 5. 14, your first vodka. 12. 14. Yeah, so he's like 16 or something, so I think he's allowed a beer. Why don't you bring us a couple of beers? He looked at me in disbelief. You mean I can? But Mum... Oh, God, I forgot about his mother. Oh, right. But Mum told me... He stopped himself, then quickly ran inside and returned with 2 beers. We cracked them open, clinked the bottles, and gazed out at the city skyline. For a moment, my thoughts flashed back to my childhood and my relationship with my own father. My father was a hard-working man. How old is Frank? Yeah, he's at high school. He's high school age, he's fine. She doesn't need to know. These are the kind of memories that you make. This will stay with him. This will be like, it's just our little secret, and like we wink at each other, and then we have a laugh, and then we eat a barbecued rib. I forgot his mother on Mother's Day. At least that's what he always said. But he had a temper and would lash out my mother in fights I could hear from my bedroom. By the time I was Frank's age, we seldom spoke. Now that I was the president, I was facing more stress than my father ever had. I'd have to work hard not to take my frustrations out on my family. Dad, can I ask you something? Is it better? I kind of like wondering if I should just be like silent or... Go on, your family can ask anything. Is it better to say something, or is it like, should I be like, this feels like, we are family. Get up everybody and sing. Like, why am I doing this? Yeah, he's asking permission, I should say. I think I'm just giving the go on. Go on. It's just, I feel like there's so much you've been hiding from me. About your past, about what's going on right now. Back at dinner that night after the ball, you told me everything was under control, but it wasn't, was it? I know what happened in the 20s. We learned all about it in school. Now with the protests and the riots, is it going to be the same thing? Dad, is there going to be a civil war in Swordland? Like, I think that he wants answers, but I think, like, he doesn't actually want me to be, like, strong dad. Like, he knows that if I'm just putting on a front, then it's like, stop bullshitting me. Like, just give it to me straight. Stop talking to my dad. So I'm gonna say I hope not. Like, I sincerely hope not. Like, that's what my hope is. I hope not. He let out a sigh. But what was it like back then? Uncle Peter said the two of you went through a lot. I'm not a kid anymore, you can tell me. Before I could gather my thoughts, the familiar images started flashing before my eyes. Images of soldiers advancing towards me and my friends, weapons drawn. Of people I knew, friends and neighbours being dragged through streets and murdered in alleyways. The shock and grief on the faces of mothers. Fathers, mothers and orphan children. When did Mina have her first sip of alcohol? 18. And that was the Estelian legal age. I was actually so afraid. I was actually so afraid of being caught that I made sure I was... I'm lawful good. I hate doing anything that's against the rules. No, not even sure. Like, don't even go sure. I never... Like, I was a very good child. Like, I definitely, like, I saw... No, I was 18! I was actually 18! You do seem like someone who've waited to the legal age to drink, no offense. By adding no offense to the end, that actually is like, it means offense. Like, no offense. I do mean it though, you big nerd. My parents aren't drinkers. I think I can count the amount of times that I really, like, my father probably, they never drank with, like, dinner or outside of, you know, an event or an occasion. If there was, like, a social event, my father could have a beer or two. But that was probably, like, I don't know, once every few months to half a year. A glass of champagne on New Year's Eve. My mother has such low alcohol tolerance. She could have like half a glass of wine, and she'd be asleep. So I only remember seeing my mom have like wine or something, like, yeah, on like a New Year's Eve or something, or like or if it was like a Christmas or something. We're a very dry sort of household. Yeah, I guess it's technically not illegal. Like, if you are being supervised by your parents, it's fine. I think, I feel like when maybe I was younger than 18 when, like, my mother or my father might have given me, like, one small sip just to, like, get the taste, and I was, but to me, alcohol tastes horrible, so I think I wouldn't have been like, yum, yum. But I think that kind of conditioned me into not being much of a drinker myself. Like, I don't, unless it's like, you know, social occasion, everyone's having a drink or something, then I'll nurse like one, I don't know, like I'll nurse a glass of wine, or I'll get one of those silly cocktails or something, and I'll nurse that, but I don't love it. I don't know, I just say, maybe I still have a baby mouth when it comes to alcohol. It just tastes bad to me. Did they ever feed you some sleeping medicine? Is it like when they put whiskey on the finger and then give it to teething children? Like dip a pacifier in bourbon? I don't know what the... or brandy or something, I don't know. Probably not like... probably not bourbon. Dip a pacifier in Fireball and then put it into the kid's mouth. Oh god. I'll put some Bundy rum on the end of that pacifier. Anyway, we're talking about war orphans. The shock and grief on the faces of fathers, mothers, and orphan children. Those were dark times. Seems like it. But you're nearly a grown man. Let's talk about it. I think we should actually talk about it. Like, God, this is also, again, reminds me of talking with my mother and father about things, you know, in their past that were, like, you know, dark times for them. I think it's important to be able to share this with your children. Like, you don't want to shelter them from everything. I know that, like, it sometimes might be easier not to, but, it sticks with you, and it does actually like make you think about your actions in the future if you have those conversations with your children. It's important to do it. Frank leaned forward in his chair, his eyes wide. I think, what should I tell him about? I think I should tell him about the coup. Because the coup was what was my pivotal moment as Anton Rain. Like, the coup, as Anton Rain, the coup of 1927 was my pivotal moment. It was time to tell him about the coup of 1927. I was barely older than you now, studying law at the Holsworth State University. I was a freshman, excited and young. I had just left the classroom to go back home as I heard the sound of multiple vehicles approaching the campus gates. As they got closer, I realized they were military camouflage trucks and tanks, carrying hundreds of soldiers. The same soldiers that were supposed to protect Swordland citizens pointed their guns at us. They immediately took control of the facilities. One of my friends asked what was going on and was arrested immediately. More people got angry and gathered in protest. Frank kept listening, a shocked look on his face. Oh, do I tell him about the soldiers beating me? Like, do you want to... Oh, Pete, how far do you tell your son? Warts and all? Does he have to know? Should he know? I think he needs to see how his father, like, went from this low point and now I run the country. Like, I went through the lowest point, but now I run the country. Gotta go to an early Mother's Day dinner. Have a good day, villagers. Keep liberalism alive, Mina. Thank you. Tell him so he knows how spoiled he is. Spoiled he is, yeah. Alright, I'm done. I was there with the protesters as they declared martial law. We marched towards them. They threatened to use force, but we stood our ground. So they started beating anyone they saw, including me. The physical wounds took a few weeks to heal, but the mental scars have stayed with me to this day. I was lucky or I stayed strong. Yeah, this is once in a lifetime lore. Oh, how do I want to frame this? I think I need him to develop strength of character, like even when you're faced with adversity, you need to stay strong. But one is also like, I was lucky is a bit more vulnerable. Like, am I trying to be vulnerable with him? Yeah, considering I'm now the president, it's not wrong to say to, but like, Lucky probably has this feeling of like, look, it could have been anyway. Don't play some invulnerable hero. Like, oh, I'm not talking to my constituents. That's right. Luckily, I was really strong. Because, yeah, I could have died then. I absolutely could have. It's not because I was, like, the force of my will. They could have just killed me, and then I wouldn't be here. But because I'm here, I made something of it. I have been soft, Dad. Strong, independent man. Yeah, both are true and important. I think I'm gonna go the vulnerable take. I was lucky. I was still one of the lucky ones. Some of my friends were shot. Many more were arrested. I can't forget the screams to this day. Frank leaned back in his chair, his shoulders slumped heavily. And how about the Civil War? I think one lore dump is enough for today, right? Do I go whole hog? God, it's a lot. It's a lot. Just go all in? Just full send it? Oh, this is a lot to put on a child. There might not be another chance. He did ask about the Civil War, yeah. He had a beer, he's gonna be fine. Okay, fine. It's time to tell about the Civil War. It was right after I met your mother. We had both joined the same political debate group to push for change after the coup of 27. But over the next year, the state of Swordland deteriorated. People started picking sides, and I tried to stay away as much as I could. Tell Frank about the clash between Luderin and Ricard. Then one night it happened. Two different factions in the army, one of them led by Maximus General Luderin, and the other by Socialist General Ricard, started fighting against each other. It was a bloodbath. Nowhere was safe. Frank shifted in his seat, visibly uncomfortable. I stayed out of it. People organised protests for either for or against Ricard. I heard about the clashes the next day. Many of my friends were shot or arrested. I isolated myself for months. Oh, that's enough for today. That's enough for today. It's okay, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked you about it. I know I don't understand how easy my life is sometimes. One more thing though. I know that you managed to not take any sides. Do you mind if I ask why? Yes, I do mind. I don't want to talk about it. No, I actually, like, I love how it actually brings back my lore to be like, because I was trying to be, I think it's like, I didn't want to be a part of the violence, maybe, is good. But two sides of the same coin just kind of makes them like nowhere's good. Anarchy's great. I think it's like, trauma dump. Didn't want to be a part of the violence. Or they're two sides of the same coin, like, ugh. 2 different factions. I'm gonna head out and get some sleep. Good night, Soma. Have a good rest. Politics sucks. Yeah, I'm revealing some real heavy dad lore and it's really tough. Yeah, good night with a K. Time for me to sleep too. Good luck with the country going to hell thing. Thank you. I still think, like, I don't want to be part of the violence. Frank raised his eyebrows, his curiosity still not satisfied, but sensing my reluctance to go on, he simply nodded. I'm sorry for bombarding you with questions. I know I complain sometimes, but my problems are nothing compared to what you went through. You're damned right! Your generation will never understand! What problems? No, I'm here to listen to them no matter what they are. Before Frank could say anything else, I heard the front door unlock. Oh no, they're gonna see it with a beer. Diana and Monica's voices and the sounds of rustling shopping bags filled the house. Alright, I'll be upstairs until dinner. Frank went in and dashed upstairs. I took a long sip from my beer, looking at the city and the now setting sun. Yeah, this is my first playthrough of the game. I hope that talking to Frank about my past had been the right decision. Part of me felt as if some sort of burden had been lifted. I think it's important. Like, it is so important to not just like keep the past locked with you. Sharing it with the future generation. Hopefully it just helps give him perspective. Now the same nightmares. Oh, he's been real messed up. Okay, let's read the reports and things. So read the reports. L1 report from Underhall. Underhall's contractor as project manager for the L1 railway has reported that the project's been progressing well. They've done laying down the foundations for ground retaining walls, bridges and tracks. Project supervisors from the government confirmed the report, saying that most of the preliminary work has already been done by Underhall and everything was going according to schedule. USB report on reforms. Many members of the USP, led by Albin Clavin and the reformist wing of the party, clarified the demands from the government in the party congress. The upcoming constitutional reforms. Albin Clavin said that without ministry reforms, they won't be able to stand behind the new reform package. The mayor of Morna has reported that their industrial output numbers this year are 12% lower than last year. They're requesting additional support to improve their industrial capacity, including machinery and personnel to combat the downwards trend. With the construction of several new factories in Morna, the mayor stated his belief that an economic upturn in the city is still possible if government investments succeed. According to the current projections, Morna is set to lose an additional 2% of industrial output next year. However, recent data from the municipality suggests that an investment worth several billions of SR will stop the downward trend and increase the industrial output in a short amount of time. God, everyone wants a handout. Rizia advocates for energy partnership. The Rizian Oil and Gas ROG has extended co-investment proposal for Sutherland's ambitious Gasom energy venture. King Romus emphasized the bilateral benefits of such a cooperation and its potential in bolstering the region's energy security. He also stressed that this collaborative venture could form the bedrock of a stronger economic alliance, further binding our nations. Okay, wait. Thought. If I allow Rizian energy partnership with Swordland, Rizia is part of Grace, right? Rumburg would not attack. If we have that economic alliance, then Rumburg would be reluctant to attack, right? Because it would anger one of their Grace partners. Theoretically. And that might mean that we have less like needing to fight back against Rumburg later if we can I don't know, if we can just like, if we can stalemate them with alliances and partnerships, like if they held to account by economic partners. Like that sounds like it sounds like an idea. Rizzi is a small country, not sure, but they're part of Grace, so it's like it just feels like you know, it would be seen really bad. Like, I guess our strategy against Rumberg is not fighting them, because I don't think we've got the military to be able to fight them. Our strategy against Rumberg is to avoid war with them at all costs, but shame them so much, like put enough economic and geopolitical pressure on them that it's actually a bad idea for them to go after us, because they'll be ousted. They could just also do it anyway and offer Rizia gas and oil as compensation after they annex it. I don't know how reasonable the Rumberg... Yes, I need to soft power it rather than... Now, how could that... It could backfire on me because I didn't want to sell off, like... I mean, is Gasom Swordland owned, or is Gasom... I can't remember from last time. It's something to consider. Something to consider. ATO... Yeah, we're just a little guy, School of Diplomacy. Exactly. Well, we are at the moment. Like, we haven't got the ability yet. In emphatic display of international solidarity, the Arcadian Treaty Organization has committed significant financial and military aid to Agnolia. Located in the heart of eastern Mokopa, a region rife of geopolitical complexities, Agnolia stands on the crossroads of economic challenges and potential security threats from Rumberg and Valkland. Oh, so Arcasia's invested in Agnolia. This aid package is designed to enhance Agnolia's economic stability and bolster its military capabilities, fortifying it against possible CSB advances and further Rumberg hostilities. As part of the ATO's larger goal to secure its capitalist allies against the spread of socialism, this assistance displays the ATO's commitment to supporting its member nations in their time of need. So Agnolia's gone the path of, like, siding with the Arcadians to protect their borders. Prisoners riot in Antel Rock Prison. Yesterday around 11 AM, a prison riot started in Ward C at the Antel Rock Prison. Where is that? What is that? Oh my god, the most secure maximum security prison. Traitors, terrorists, and subversives were all in prison there. Only had one successful escape attempt. Ward C is generally used for keeping political prisoners, and the riot started when a warden was killed by a bloodish political prisoner. 4 guards and 21 prisoners died. 134 were injured. Oh goodness. Okay, very cool. Narbel. I've got to do the presidential. Oh, let's read the news. A Green Act to misdirected efforts. Suggests a disconnect between policymakers and the sort of citizens, whose immediate concerns are more likely to centre around the economy, job security and social services. While environmental conservation is important, it should not overshadow the more pressing needs of the people. Exactly, like, the people are not going to be concerned about their local trees when they don't have money coming into their household. Attacker opened fire on protesters, 17 dead. A man opened fire in the Sword City Centre during a protest march organised with the Communist Party of Swordland against the murder of Bernard Circus. The attacker used a military-grade machine gun dated 1929, which is suspected to be part of the inventory of the Swordishan forces. The attacker killed himself right after shooting at 25 people, killing 16. He took out the weapon from the newsstand at the square, brandished it and yelled, "Come, I will give you freedom," one witness said. The highly charged word freedom was previously associated with bloodish separatists, but has been used widely during the previous month of protests against the murder of Bernard Circus. Minister of the Interior Lilias Graf said that she had spoken to the chief of the Sword Police and asked him to take strict action. The government will not tolerate any such incident, and the perpetrators will not be spared. Alright. Tourism bill signing deserves applause. Signing of the Swordland Tourism and Cultural Preservation Act by President Anton Rain marks a monumental step in the right direction. The act, designed to amplify Swordland's cultural allure and tourism viability, holds the potential to spark economic recovery. Swordland's path to becoming a global tourist destination is now clearer than ever, and we anticipate a vibrant future for our nation's tourism industry. Please, tourists, come to the good parts of Swordland. Green, a threat to growth. So people are not very happy about the Green Act. Sustainable industrial approach in Groony raises concerns of stifling economic growth. Section 1's stringent regulations on industrial pollution and waste disposal could potentially burden businesses with heavy compliance costs. Though fines will fund environmental recovery projects, the financial strain could outweigh the benefits. While the proposed tax breaks for reducing environmental impact as outlined in Section 2 appear attractive, they might not compensate for the costs of stricter regulation. Our analysis suggests a balanced approach, marrying economic growth with environmental considerations. Yes, I think like while it's important, like while it actually, like you shouldn't just, you know, have a laissez-faire sort of attitude to environmental destruction. You should still like think about it. Shouldn't be the only consideration, especially when we're thinking about an unstable economy and costs to the government. Gasom in turmoil, a leadership crisis. A recent financial distress facing Gasom, one of the pillars of Swordsland's economy, highlights a glaring issue at its helm. Our investigation reveals a disconcerting narrative of mismanagement spearheaded by Ewald Alfonso and the current CEO, known to maintain close ties with Minister Manger. Oh, Nitty! Hello, Nitty! Welcome! Thank you so much. Thank you for the croc raid. Hello, hello. How is everyone? Welcome in. Rawr! Hello everyone who's coming in from Nitty's stream. Thank you so much for joining. We're just doing politics. We're just doing a bit of politics. It's fine. So you know, you can settle in. It's a lot of me reading, but that could be quite pleasant. Oh boy! Oh boy, politics! But like politics in a fictional, like 50s-esque, like Earth. And all the countries are not real. So it's safe politics. Yeah, stabilizing the economy first, and then worry about things like environmental conservation. Oh, sorry, I should be more considerate to Nitty, who lives in a swamp. Neat. Anyway, thank you so much for coming in. My name is Wilhelmina Frost. I'm Captain of Stellan Royal Guard, Legendary Knight of phaseconnect's newest generation, Phase Saga, Nitty's den mate, and yeah, I hope you guys had a wonderful time in Nitty's stream. I hope it was very, very fun. What were you doing today? What were you doing today? I didn't have a chance. I only just woke up, so I didn't have a chance to like... sometimes if I'm setting up stream, I'll just pop into people's streams and have a look, but I didn't have time today, so tell me what was going on. What were you doing? She was playing Spore. Is that about aliens? Am I thinking about the right Spore? We played Spore. What is it? Nitty, tell me. Is it about aliens? Alien spores? Kind of? Kinda, I guess. Maybe I'm just thinking about like I've seen the like promo image or something. Oh, you're a single-celled organism and have to evolve. How far did you evolve? Did you make it to multiple cells? Did you get legs? Trivial stage. That sounds good. Sounds like some real progress. Legs! She now has a tribe. Oh, she's become all tail. Is that basically a snake? What's the next stage though? Like what's the next goal to get? If you're an evolving organism, is being a human the top, or is there something that you can get more that's more than human? Can you get higher than, like, what's peak evolution? Becoming a semi is the goal? So are you trying to get to duck? Yeah, crocs are clearly the pinnacle. I don't think you can be human. Oh, I see. Can you become human-like? Well, can you become, can you return to monkey? You become a customized sentient alien and become spacefaring. Yeah, there probably would be a better shape if I was evolving, like from a single-celled organism. I don't think this is what I'd end up as. I don't know if I, like, why are we so squishy? Why do we have, like, like eyes that can be poked, and ears that stick out, and like fingers that thing. Actually, the fingers are alright. They're useful. But I feel like parts of the human body are just like really inefficient. Oh, you do your own entirely unique evolution line, not mimicking any from Earth. Are they carbon or silicon based? We must evolve to become more. Oh yeah, actually, if I could just evolve to become like a floating sword. Everything's a trade-off when evolving. Surely there's going to be something that's peak evolution. Surely. Oh, small creatures are whimsy-based. Oh, that's nice. That sounds good. Yeah, floating sword that can talk. What an interesting concept. Anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, leadership crisis with Gassom. So for anyone who is just coming in and have no idea what this is kind of like a map game where I am leader of a Yugoslavia-esque country in like the late 1940s, early 1950s. Now, it's all of the countries are not necessarily like countries that we have a direct analogy to in real life, but yeah, it's a bit like a political visual novel. How's Swordland doing so far? It's going okay. I just had a heartfelt chat with my son where I told him all about my past trauma, which is, I think, an important experience that any child needs to go through. We're currently like reading a little bit of news of the day. Our like sort of electricity and gas corporation is formerly a beacon of economic prosperity, is now struggling under the weight of poor leadership. So a little bit worried about that, but that's fine. The Lackhaven Times writes that Rizian Oil and Gas expresses interest in Gassom. So this is actually what I'm considering doing, even though I don't necessarily know. Like, the foreign influence, yeah, that's what I'm worrying about. But I ignore, yeah, so that's fine. Ignore that it says unstable there. It's whatever. Can I do a cheeky communist block as a treat? You can, actually. You are able to do that if you wish. I'm trying to remain, like, I'm trying to play the centrist line, because we've got, you can either choose to side with, the big capitalist superpower, so basically, like, Super America, or, you can, like, there's a sort of USSR-esque analogy, communism style school of thought as well that you can align with, but I've tried to align with neither and just forge my own path, and it's tough. So yeah, I'm trying to be a neutral country, and yes, in the middle of a legally distinct Cold War between not NATO and the Warsaw Pact, and not the Warsaw Pact. Just pick up the crown, little bro. No, okay, so you start off, like, when you're a child, or when you're a teenager, is when, your country goes from a monarchy to, like, a republic, basically. So we're not trying to go back. We're not trying to go back we don't want to go back to monarchy. Or we're not trying to do dictatorships either. We're just trying to have good democracy. Like, this run, I'm hoping to do multiple runs in the future, but this run I'm trying to just do democracy well. So anyway, but another monarchy elsewhere is expressing interest in investing in our energy sector. While this potential investment area concerns about foreign influence, it offers a welcome capital injection. but the reason I'm considering it is because we have another monarchy that is in a sort of coalition with this monarchy that is threatening our doors, and I really want to avoid I want to avoid a war. But then I've also got to try and avoid civil war, and there's a lot of things going on. FC Gelsword, FC Enrica Derby postponed due to protests. So one of the most anticipated matches between FC Gelsword and FC Enrica was postponed because of the intense protests. And yeah, we got protests in our cities. The league has issued the following statements regarding the situation. Due to the safety reasons, the players are compromised during the time of trouble. Actually, it's this is actually such like. Of course, this is news that makes me think, of course, because like, of course, when there's heavy protesting in the country, of course they don't want a football game to go ahead, because like even when the country's not in disarray, even when a regular country is not in disarray, a football game is just a big chance for people to have a riot. Even when your country is not in political turmoil, of course, you know, like it's really just a powder keg for rioting. So Mayor Curtin Lester has also made a statement. It's a tragic day of Swordland when the president himself refused to act in the face of communism. It is said that inaction breeds doubt and fear. Thus I fear that the spread of communism is sown deeper inside the heart of the nation than we thought. However, I and the people of Enrica will never stop fighting for the soul of our great country. Oh, shut up. I'm doing my best. Oh, alright. Come on, Swordland, score some goals! The imperative Green Bill awaits signature, so the proposed Green Act, championed by forward-thinking members of the Assembly, could be a transformative step for Swordland. The Act, if signed by President Rain, would introduce stricter regulations on industrial pollution and waste disposal, providing a much-needed push towards environmental responsibility. Particularly in Grooney, businesses that fail to meet these new standards would face fines, the revenue of which would contribute to environmental recovery projects. Simultaneously, those demonstrating significant reduction in their environmental impact would enjoy tax breaks. The creation of a small investment fund for eco-friendly practices represents a pioneering approach to industrial sustainability. It's high time we put the environment at the heart of our policymaking. We urge President Rain to sign this crucial legislation. Spoiler alert, probably won't. Unless it costs me absolutely nothing, which is going to be... It'll cost me something. And look, I only have one money. And the Radical's my least favourite newspaper. They're always criticising, aren't they? The undemocratic elections of Swordland. Swordland has electoral threshold of 10%. This means that any political parties that are under 10% of the vote can't even enter the Assembly. This is the very reason why the United Swordland Party holds 52% of the seats in the Assembly today. It's also the reason why the largest ethnic minority of Swordland is non-existent in Swordish politics. The last elections have shown that the pro-Bloodish WPB had an enormous voter base of just above 9%, but it's still enormous voter base of just above 9%. If you're that enormous, reach 10. God. Make it to 10 then if you're so enormous. And couldn't enter politics. Similarly, the CPS has won around 8% of the general vote but was eliminated. This means that millions of votes are not represented in our current government. Moreover, this has benefited the USP the most and gave them the lawmaking power. The undemocratic threshold needs to be lowered down so there's true representation in the Assembly and true representation of our voices. Yes, no one can call Swordland democracy without a decrease or a constitutional proposal that does not include such change democratic. Hey, I'm doing my best to be a democracy. You shut up. Dear Politico, they're always a critic. Always a critic. Geopolitical CPS workers report under scrutiny. Recent report on workers' rights has stirred international discourse. Katana's security pact. And Raqqa broadens economic horizons, diversing its economic portfolio. And Raqqa's the island nations, right? Charting innovative path by expressing commitment to financially support nations outside the ambit of ATO and CSP influence. Oh, maybe I can get some Unraqqa investment. Because actually, the Unraqqa, I was thinking that an Unraqqa alliance might be useful if I face pressure from Valgsland, right? Because Valgsland has the big navy. but so does Unraka. Unraka has also a big navy that can maybe help out if we somehow get into that sort of Agnolian, Valgslandian fray. I'm still wondering where my alliances should lie, but yeah, it feels like there's like such a game of chess. Anyway, let's visit Narbel. Alright. I was traveling to the snow-covered city of Narbel in the Nagas region for the Rural Development Forum organized by the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Education. The mountainous city was infamously one of Swordland's poorest. It had a gritty edge, and its people were hardy and wary. Even after the discovery of gas and oil in the area, years of neglect by the central government were apparent on the buildings and the general infrastructure. The natural resources were now under the control of Gasol, which elevated the corporation to a place of power. My task in this forum is mainly symbolic, fake smiles and handshakes of oil barons, meeting with local politicians, but most importantly of all, making sure that Narbel did not feel like it was forgotten by the government. The scenery so far, however, was a reflection of Narbel's neglect. The main roads to the city were not maintained well. There were many bumps and empty, discoloured spots in the asphalt. Navigating and swerving to avoid the inconveniences, our motorcade finally started near the city. As if my discomfort from the bumpy ride was apparent to him, Serge... Do you say Serge or Sergei? Serge? Sergei? Sergei. Rolled down the partition window. We'll be arriving at Hotel West in a few minutes, sir. Sergei. Sergei? Well, I'd say it's been a comfortable ride, Sergei. Good whatever gets her. Thank you for letting me know. Anytime. It is my duty. After a moment, Sergei started to smile under his Sergei. Boy, we really should have investigated these roads. Damn, bumpy ride. Whew. After a moment, Sergei started to smile under his moustache. What's that smile for? I'm gonna have it. What's that smile for? What's that smile for? So I just want to say, it's been great these last 2 months. As you know, my wife Suzanne recently gave birth to our son, and now my daughter has just started at a very good high school in Holsword. That's great news, Sergei. I'm very happy for you. I appreciate it, sir. Truly. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to afford a good private school if she scored less in the entrance exams. But I shouldn't have made my insecurity get to me. Erica outsmarts me all the time. I'm very proud to have a daughter like her. So that means she must have gone to smarts from her mother, eh? I feel like that's a... This is like, why does this sound like such an insult? Like, oh, no wonder you're a driver. I'm sorry, just reading the Japanese. Number 2. Two's being chubby. Two's the banter choice. Do I ban? Is Sergei good for banter? Do I banter? Do I banter? Do you think you? I vote for the bottom one. I do not value insecurity in my employees, Sergei. Alright, yeah, that must have meant she got the smarts from her mother. He let out a laugh. Oh, good. She must have! My daughter looks up to the First Lady for inspiration. Not only my daughter, sir. She's an inspiration for almost all women in the country. But at the same time, it must be hard for the First Lady as well. All this attention, adjusting to this new high-profile life, and a husband that has great responsibility. That's none of your business! Let's not talk about my family, Sergei. You're right, it is hard for her. Oh, it's hard for both of us. Maybe either one of those, I think. This is like, get in there and make it about me. Like, But then I don't want to also be like, yeah, it's hard for her. She's really struggling. That wife of mine. Yeah, really can't handle it, women, right? Like. Yeah, Willie always making it about herself, you know. I think I don't think it's not necessarily making it about me, right? To say it's hard for both of us, right? Right? Yeah, what about me and my struggles? Me. Like, it's hard for both of us. It must be, sir. We sometimes forget the important people in life between all the responsibility and rush. You know, those we care for. I agree. Sergei continued after a moment of silence. Have I told you so? We named my son George. The doctors say he's very healthy, and thankfully so is my wife. I think he wants to talk about his wife. Like I really feel like this guy is like, he's like, Sergei's a big wife guy. So tell me more about Suzanne. What kind of a person is she? She has a good heart. Her family comes from Sana, so they're a little more traditional. She's beautiful, of course, but what I really admire is her selflessness. Like, I think he wants us to bond over the fact that we're wife guys. Like, he really wants us to be wife guys, I think. Where is Sana, by the way? Located? Oh, in Bergia. Near Lesbia. Monica is persevering. It can be inspiring at times to have a partner like that. It's only fitting. A lioness for a lion. Sergei sighed. I've already started thinking about their university education, especially Hedika. I want to send her to a good private school, but with the current state of the economy, it's going to be hard for us. Oh my god, no, I'm not. Oh. I'm not. I wish I had the money to sponsor his children, but I barely have enough money to sponsor my own. Okay, like I've got one money in my pocket. I've only got one money. I would love to sponsor Sergei's children, but I'm going to say we're going to fix the economy. We'll fix the economy, one way or another. If anyone can, that's you, Mr. President. Oh my god, the car hit a major pothole and a bump which lifted us up in our seats for a second. Oh, are you fine? Yes sir, I hope the car is fine too. The motorcade began approaching the hotel. Like, we do need to fix the infrastructure here too, but I'm not going to like commit it to Sergei. The Hotel West was supposed to be the best hotel in Narbel. The large 25-story main building was undoubtedly one of the taller and more expensive buildings in the city. It towered over the nearby slums and had been a target for protests when it was first built. A crowd was gathered in front of the hotel with the welcoming committee at its centre. As they approached the red-carpeted entrance, I could see the mayor of Narbel and his top aides. Sergei got out of the car and opened the door. He bowed his head respectfully and gestured towards the entrance. I'll just go thank you. Have a good day, Mr. President. As soon as I left the vehicle, the fresh air of Narbel filled my lungs. Almost immediately, everyone present in the crowd flocked over to me with an excessive display of courtesy, smiles and handshakes while I donned the mask of a politician. A mask that I was very used to. Interesting. Alright, Narbel. There's a briefing on the current welfare situation. Let's just quickly... Protests appear calmer? Good? Nationwide protests persist, albeit with a slight reprieve in tension across some cities. Isolated incidents of violence are reported on Monday night in a few major cities, notably Dare and Lackhaven, amidst the prevailing unrest. In Dare, the hometown of the revered circus, A massive memorial march saw tens of thousands of citizens taken to the streets in peaceful remembrance. However, as dusk fell and the crowd began to dwindle, there were instances of discord. All authorities reported that fractional demonstrators resorted to hurling stones and disregarding orders to disperse, prompting police action and resulting in arrests. Elsewhere, the protests in whole swords in the majority of other significant urban centres seemed to present a calmer facade, exhibiting fewer confrontations between civilians and law enforcement. As per data from the state press, the authorities have made approximately 9,800 arrests nationwide in connection with the ongoing protests. Yet, as we observe the unfolding situation, it is crucial to remain vigilant and steadfast in our pursuit of peace and stability in these challenging times. Education privatisation proven successful. Our editorial team immediately analysed the SEPA report recently revealed to assess the standards of education. We were curious to see how the policies of the last decade have begun changing the performance metrics. Lesbia specifically stood out with a jump of 6 positions forward to 5th out of 68. After a research and analysis collaboration with the Vice President of Mandus Cartus and the SMEA chapter leader of OMAC, we gained critical insights to how Lesbia increased its educational quality. It boils down to 2 major points. One is the privatisation efforts led by Prime Minister Alvarez that led to most schools in wealthier neighbourhoods, in 1404 to be precise, to be privatised. This lifted a significant budget burden off the state because the wealthy paid for a great education for their kids and were still taxed reasonably in order to divert funds to state schools elsewhere. The second major factor was the allowance of minor curricular changes for private institutions that led to major improvements in student participation, teacher happiness, and boosted the performance of all the institutions. I actually I kind of agree. But that's only because of my own. That's only my own background as a private schoolgirl. But look, they were able to use the money that they weren't, since they didn't have to fund the state schools in wealthy areas, because rich people will pay for their child's education. They're gonna do it. But then they can divert the funds to the state schools in poorer regions to improve their facilities, and then it'll also improve. It's fine, and it also helps separate the riff from the raff. A shame I'm going for planned economy, unless. All in all, the improvements to the system and the massive amounts of 34 billion lira raised for Lesbia made it a lucrative option. Soldan desperately needs more capital to tackle the recession, and when education is privatised, foreign capital will also aid in establishing quality schools. The Vice President of Mandus Cartus pointed out that the SEPA report doesn't include access to education metrics and that Lesbia has inequality problems. The statement hasn't been proven with any statistical research from the OMAC, which is why it must be taken with a pinch of salt. Danda walked back some election promises. The Reign administration could be practical about this term and looked at some example on how to do positive change, even though opposition from the Minister of Education is expected. Sol needs to answer for his crimes. Oh my god, the radical. Looking at the history of everything wrong in our country, there's only one figure that everyone points at: Tarkin Sol. People are waiting for a fair trial. The Izam incident. Shocking misogynist rally. During a protest by the Swordfish League of Women, counter-protesters showed up to disrupt the peaceful rally. Many were arrested from both sides. Labour Union Rights March. Labour Union gathers around the city of Valgan to protest the poor condition of workers' rights in Swordland. I'm new here. The stream seems nice. I'm new here in the stream. Nice to meet you. Not that the stream seems nice. I'm sorry, it's not nice. Nice to meet you too. Thank you. Welcome. If this is your first time here, look, it's a political game, but not really. Yeah, to be fair, the stream's also nice. Oh, thank you. I do appreciate it. Hello, I'm new. Stream seems nice. It's true. Thank you. Oh, I do appreciate it. Thank you. Look, I've done a lot of reading. I'm jumbling words together. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this. So, large labour union. Look how great the rights are in Valkland. Minimum wage, overtime pay, safe working regulations. The time for real workers' reform is now. One voice demanded with frustration. If you want your minimum wage, overtime pay, and safe working regulations, then go to Valkland, okay? Look, this is not the only thing that I do play though. I also do I also do the games where you smash things as well. All right, let's go. All right. Even though it was only a small amount of I only got to have a barbecue with my son. But I probably should stop there because I have to go. I know the stream's only been going for 2 hours, but it's Mother's Day and I have to prepare to go meet with my mother and take her out to lunch and a movie because I love her. And I hope you too will be able to treat your mothers. If Mother's Day is tomorrow for you, use this time to think of a way to treat her. Unless you've already got something planned, which is great. I know, I'm sorry. It's just the way things worked out. I wish I could have spent more time. And I actually didn't... You know what? This is so funny. Because I even considered, oh, maybe I should wake up earlier so I could do an extra out of the stream. But I decided against it because I caught up with my mother the other day, like a week or so ago. Remember the morning where I played Suzerain and I was so sleepy? Like, I was so sleepy that day. Like, remember the day that I was just, like, so tired? And you could tell. You could hear it in my voice and everything. And I think it was a Suzerain stream, so it's a couple weeks ago. My mother was like, oh, never stream when you're tired because it was so boring. like you really had no energy. Like you can't stream when you're tired because like it was just like it wasn't interesting to watch Suzerain when you're tired. And I was like, you don't like Suzerain anyway. She's like, I have to stream when you're energetic. Called out by my mum. She's like, you're so much. It's like it's always it's fun. Like Suzerain's more fun when you're full of energy. And I'm like, she's like, you're not your usual self when you're tired. So look, she loves my streams, but apparently if I'm tired, I'm not bringing the energy, and it's like it's bad. It's a bad stream. And I'm like, oh, okay, then I'll never stream tired again. Yeah, she's an absolute savage. But look, I was like, okay, look, I take on the feedback. I'm nothing if I don't take on feedback. So I guess I'll just have to only have a stream when I've had a full night's rest. Doesn't understand the appeal of Mina. Well, like, cause yeah, my dad stepped in and was like you don't even like Suzerain. I think she was probably just mistaking the fact that like Suzerain is I think she much prefers action-packed streams because I don't think Suzerain would be her type of stream anyway. And so the fact that I just wasn't like riffing off or tangenting as much as I normally do, like my usual amount of just like regular stream banter, because I was just like focusing on like, okay, I'll just read, like I'm tired, I'm just gonna read the game. That was what she I think, yeah, she would much prefer things like Skyrim or like things that I yeah, don't get one guide, even the one guy is your mum. Exactly, because I feel like I don't know, if it was up to my mum, I would be the most flavor of the month. Do anything at any cost to get popular type of streamer. Like that's the types of ideas that she says you should do this stream. She's like, you should do. Okay, this was my mother was like, you should do one of those like endurance exercise streams, and I was like, Mum, you know the reason why people, because she's like, they're so popular, like people love hearing people like do endurance exercise. And I'm like, you know why people like that? They just want to hear you moan. I'm sorry. But I have some form of ethics. that changed her mind. She was like, oh. Huh. I have dignity! Oh yeah, Mama Frost is absolutely a numbers enthusiast. I hate it because I'm the opposite. I actively like, I don't care for it at all. I couldn't care less as long as I'm doing something that I feel like actually, as long as I feel personal dignity in what I do, then I'm happy. She's so content brained. She just likes to see numbers go up. The ring fit gag's only funny when the sap's got dignity. You never seen dignity drawn before? Yeah, she's like... She's the real Jimmy Mr. Beast Donaldson. Anyway, so that's why I'm going to end the stream now. I'm just there I am calling out my own mother, but it's true, it's true. If she had her way, if she was the one who could control what my stream was like, it would be flavor of the month all the time, and it would be like just like the most shameless stream you've ever seen in your life. Absolutely. I get to treat her to a lovely day after calling her out. But because I'm so contrarian, I decide not to. Yeah, I've been just chatting constantly. And then she like thinks about like you should like things that are meant to be like a once in a like streams that you only kind of do like maybe once a year, if that, like, you know, streams that are like big event streams or like a game show or something, like she's like, you should do that every month. It's like it loses its ability, like it loses its freshness if you do something that's like a special event stream. If you do a special event stream every month, it kind of loses its freshness. Yeah, why not do a donathon every week? Really doesn't, you gotta, there's a reason. Yeah, it'd be like if it's up to her, she'd give a forehead kiss every day, and you're like, whoa, 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 maybe she has rights. You're like, whoa, 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 whoa. All right, maybe that's okay. But if you can't call out your own mother on Mother's Day, when can you? Yeah, she's like, oh, she does have some points. She might be onto something. Oh, I will never do a donathon, sorry. It goes against everything I believe in. I don't know, it just like, yeah, sorry. If that was like a do one, no. And sorry to anyone who likes them. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. Again, it's a different strokes for different folks, because I think people do that. Some people do them and they're like, they're great sort of events. And I think you can also do them. You can do them ethically, I think, but yeah, I think they can be done fairly. I do like that you hate donathons, but I only hate certain aspects of them. I think they can be done fairly. I do agree. I actually do think that you can do an ethical donathon, but like for me personally, I think what I don't like about it is... No, I think what I don't like about it is like it puts both an obligation on yourself as well as the viewer, and I never like putting an obligation on the viewer. Like, I don't ever want you to feel like you have an obligation to do anything for me. Like, I don't like the obligation it puts on either side. Like, one, the obligation it puts on you to donate. Like, you never feel like you have to. Please don't ever feel like you have to do this. If I am here providing, I'm happy to. If you've never donated to a VTube in your life, fine. That is absolutely fine. I'm here to provide free entertainment for you. If this is that, I'm totally happy to do that. If you do donate, though, thank you so much. I see it more like as a street busker, that you've given me a tip for a job well done. Like, if you do, but you've taken that upon yourself. I don't want to put that obligation on you. So, like, I never want to make you feel like you had to do that. I want you to feel like you wanted to do it, because you actually wanted to do it. And that's why I think donathons go against that, because it kind of puts this obligation. It's like, well, don't you want to help me reach these goals? And then afterwards, you then have this obligation as the streamer to, like, fulfill those goals, and it builds resentment in your audience if you don't fulfill it. If you're the streamer and you don't fulfill it, then your audience starts to resent you, and it's like, I absolutely don't want that to happen ever. So that's why, guys, this was not asking for it. I'm literally saying don't. But that's why, but I do think you can do it ethically. Like, I think if you make it, if your goals and your, like, if you're setting goals that are reasonable, and if the funds are directly going to making those goals happen, then I think that can be a very ethically done donathon, and especially as long as they're done sparingly as well, like for special occasions and things like that. I think that's totally reasonable, because that way, like, if you know, if the donations are going directly to those goals, if you're able to fulfill goals that can be fulfilled in a timely manner, or you can, like, provide progress updates as well, and that you actually, like, fulfill those goals, then I think it's actually a perfectly reasonable way to do it. It's like a Kickstarter, and that's like, I think that's totally fine. But yeah, for me, I just don't, I'd be worried that I wouldn't be able to do things on time, and then there's that obligation, and then I'd feel bad for not fulfilling the obligation, then people would feel bad for, like, donating, and then and then it would just make me feel so awkward. So that's why, I don't know, yeah, that's my reasoning. Yeah, so it's like a Kickstarter like is a good way. Put something for solid return. Exactly. So it's like, if it's goals that are achieved because you gave because of the donathon funds, and I think that's totally ethical. So, guys, do I have to read these damn super chats now? How dare you? All right, let me go back to, like, after the Zartsadam where I didn't read any super chats. A non-viewer, Civ, thank you so much for the super chat. Some interesting after-school activities in Swordland. Anyway, I'm glad to see the series is back. Yes, I'm glad to bring it back. Veil FX, thank you so much for 2 months of Frost Guardianship. Democracy, are you 12? Just pick up the crown, little bro. Dazzable, thank you for 6 months of Frost Guardianship. Good tidings all. I regret to inform you I've just finished a 7-hour shift in an open house and must now partake in a family barbecue, but I did learn a colleague is married to a man I used to serve with. Good night to all. Oh, what a small world. How lovely. Wildcard, thank you for the super chat. It's my birthday today, not that I would want you to sing for me or anything. I'm far too old for that kind of thing anyways. Hump. All right, but if we all, okay, everyone all together, but you're only allowed to sing birthday. You can't, like, you have to just do, like, birthday, 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 birthday. So, that's for you, yeah. So I sang the happy birthday song, but I only sang birthday. So it's kind of like just a birthday chant. Happy birthday, Wildcard. Thank you so much for the super chat, and also I hope you've had a wonderful birthday. So happy birthday, dear Wildcard 9173. Brayden Bacon, thank you so much for the super chat. What a lovely stream. Thank you. Mr. Sandman, thank you for the super chat. Good night, Big Willie. Have a lovely Mother's Day with our mother-in-law. Hey, wait, what? Like, thank you. And then I read it, and then I actually realized what I just said. Mr. Plow, thank you for the tip. Thanks for the stream, Captain. The internet's #1 Suzerain streamer's back. Hope you and Mama for us have a good day out. Thank you. Absolute Link, thank you for the super chat as well. So anyway, starting the donathon early. You stop it. You stop it. This donathon is for nothing. You're just investing in next in like the mid-monthly forehead kiss. Dirts of Falls, thank you for the gifted memberships over on YouTube. Thank you for conscripting the unwilling villagers. They're now being taken to the barracks right now and made to make Mother's Day cards. Mal, thank you for the bits. Mina, you need to prepare for what? I need to prepare to go out with my mother, yes. Medium Hadron Collider, thank you so much for the super chat. Prithee, I heartell there doth be a donathon donation marathon. Prithee, I heartell there doth be a donation marathon. There doth not. There dothn't. There dothn't. And there never willeth beanth. There dothn't and there won'teth eventh beanth. Yes, no, it's not happening. It's not happening. There doth noteth. M9, thank you so much for the Uka Super. We only do it out of our free will. That better have been from your free will. Otherwise, I'll strangle you. Emnai, thank you very much, but you better have done that willingly. Otherwise, you're taken to the stocks and tomatoes are being thrown at you. Okay? Dothn't for you, if I, how lamentable. Carl with a K9. Oh, does that mean that like Carl with a K9? Like that you have a dog? Carl with a dog? Or is it that the Carl has to be with a K and there's 8 others who also have that same name? Thank you for joining the Frost Guardianship. I do appreciate it. Please take your sword and the second one. There's you have to beat the other 8, the 8 Carls with a K, in order to claim your position as the first Carl with a K. Carl with a K was gone, but now it sounds like you have a dog. Do you have a dog? VC Doll, thank you for the super chat. Stupid told us not to give her money. We'll show her. It's real. Why? What? I actually told you not to. I told you not to unless you actually wanted to. So you all better be doing this out of your free will, or at least for the bit, because it's very funny. FTI, thank you for 6 months of Frost Guardianship. Thank you, Mina. No, thank you, FTI. I do appreciate it. Funny Name Man, thank you for joining the Frost Guard. Thanks for the stream and have a lovely Mother's Day. I will. I need to get ready. I need to have a shower so I don't stink. Spartan, thank you so much for the bits over on Twitch. Here are my taxes, my lord. Please have mercy on this poor villager. I'm not forcing you to do it. I'm not. I really am not. You're fine. And the Masked Knight, thank you so much for conscripting 20 unwilling villagers over on YouTube. They are being now taken to the barracks and forced to do Mother's Day cards. Mr. Plow, thank you so much as well for the donation over on, or the super chat over on YouTube. Nay, the donathon, 'tis merely a jape. I shall part of mine ducats, regardless, since Lady Mina is most comely. Oh no, he's talking in upper class villager accent. Oh, the rare upper class villager. Oh god, okay. All right, it's time to skedaddle on out of here. Let's find a place to send you off to, so I may go get ready to leave. Hey, stop it, Mal. We're not doing this. I'm done. Mal, thank you for the bits, but no, let's go for Donathon. And then like you start requesting things with your donations. I'll be like, how dare you? I wouldn't, and I never will. Okay, I don't know who to send you to. There's actually, so like Anya's doing Phase World, Cleo is doing something. Rooney is doing the Phase Sleepover event, Pillow Fight, and Cinny's doing Minecraft. Oh wait, Cinny a Minecraft. I see Love Hotel Employee. Oh, I feel like I've got to send you to Cinny, because you have to be my eyes. She's doing something on my island, isn't she? I need you to spy for me. Villagers, you can't tell her this, though. You can't tell her. You can't tell her that you're spying, but please. If she does, you have to subtly protect Estelia by, I don't know, influencing her in some way. Or, at least you have to spy on her for her movements. No, you can raid in, it's fine, but you can't tell her that I've asked you specifically to spy on her movements and let me know if she's interfering with the prosperity of the future Estelian summer home. Alright, so I'm sending you to Cinny, but you have to make sure. You have to make sure she's not doing anything to perhaps diminish the prosperity of the Estelian summer home. As I link that uses super chat, so the chat chooses your profile picture. Where do we put our submissions? Look, I do it as like a non-donathon Batsu or something. I don't know. Like, I'm not against the idea of things like maybe like, you know, I really liked Nitty's idea of like the follow-a-thon or like the subscriber-a-thon, like the one that it's just like it's like followers and stuff, because that way it's more just sort of bringing, there's no cost investment. It's just sort of like trying to bring new people in, which is I think so. Maybe, I don't know, as Batsus or rewards for things like that. I potentially that could be oh, there's no background music, really. That's so interesting. It should be. But maybe it's just really low. Like, how's that? Is that better? More audible? Huh. Let me just check. Oh, viewathon? Yes. Oh, it heard, but it's now low. Is it loud now? I'll turn it back down a little bit. Okay, there we go. I was a bit loud now. Oh, Zoe. I turned it down a bit more. Hey, one day I'll do, and I'll show you. One day I'll do an endurance. Like, probably on a weekend where I have absolutely nothing to do. But not today, because I've got to bloody get ready. I've got to go. I've got to pick my mother up in 30 minutes. And she lives about 15 minutes away, so I've got to go now. All right. I'm leaving. So stop it. Stop distracting me, villagers. All right. So good tidings, villagers. Thank you for coming along. This has been Wilhelmina Frost, Captain of the Stellan Royal Guard, Legendary Knight of phaseconnect's newest generation, Phase Saga. Thank you. I'm going to go now. And Simon, thank you for the super chat. Muse gentrifying your location through Sinon. No! Oh, you have to somehow stop her. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Please enjoy Cinny. Please spy. I'm gonna probably do Minecraft probably tomorrow. Minecraft Monday. Let's do it. All right. Bye. Oh, wait. No matter where you are in the world, I hope you have a good morning, a good afternoon, or perhaps even a good night.